from P2. RAMADHIPA completing the front row. We're just about ready to go then, here in Barcelona. There are the red lights, the reps are rising, and we are away in 2026. Barcelona gets away incredibly well as well from pole position as we speed down the start straight. Is Barcelona who's leading? Is he going to be challenged? It's still Barcelona who's ahead going into turn one. Can anyone get on the inside? Not quite. As we approach turn two, Barcelona is leading as we move into sector two.
Barcelona leading. Zani has maintained P2. Kapushin has moved up into P3 as well. A good start from Kapushin.
Yeah, this long right-hander now as we approach turn four and then turn five. Who's going to get everything right as we go through this first lap? It's not the time to be taking any risks just yet, but this is, as we mentioned, Moto Junior and anything can happen. It is still Barcelona who leads.
Barcelona still leading it, as you say, heading into turn five. A tricky corner, downhill braking. We see that is Christian Daniel Jr. has just left the pit. So I think there were yellow flags waving in the background at the start. So I wonder if that was for the American.
Yeah, as we go into sector three now. On our first lap in Moto3 Junior, it's still Barcelona who's showing real composure. Carlos Cano has moved up to P3, showing just what he's about. He's going to be trying to do everything he can to get that opening win here in Barcelona. Fantastic start though for Barcelona.
Yeah, Kapushin had made a good start initially, but he's now down into P7 on the number 17 machine, so he'll have a bit of work to do. I'd say Barcelona still leading from Leonardo Zani and Carlos Cano running in the podium places on the opening lap of the race, we must stress.
Yeah, Carlos Cano then and his teammate Giulio Pugliese riding very close together for the time being. Ketsek Singapong there as well, down in P13 for the time being, as we now are on the start-finish straight. And there go the two Aspar boys trying to move ahead. It is Carlos Cano who appears to have taken the lead going into turn one. Both Aspar riders are now leading this race after a phenomenal move on the start-finish straight. And we have lost number 20, Wolf, and his teammate Giulio Pugliese, and more importantly, his long-standing rival, Fernando Barcelona.
Barcelona just made the move into turn 7. It's not really a place we see overtaking, even in a class like this. But he made it work, and he makes the move into turn 10 as well, up the inside to claim P1 back from his long-term rival.
Yeah, what have we been saying over the course of this transmission so far? Barcelona and Cano, we could not wait to see that rivalry renewed, and they've renewed it on turn one. It's absolutely incredible.
As soon as the season started, they were renewing that rivalry. As we head down the final two corners, again, it's Barcelona leading, Cano just behind, but the slipstream will be crucial on this run to start lap 3.
Yeah, for the time being, they're still very much packed together here. There's no leading group that's particularly clear. Cano just trying to rocket ahead there. He does make the move on the inside, but they're still on the run now to turn one here. It is Cano for the time being, but now Giulio Pugliese appears to have taken the lead. Is he going to take the lead into turn one?
Plank, his teammate, can he hold that on the run into turn 10?
Yeah, absolutely incredible stuff. As we run down to turn 10, it's going to be so interesting to see what happens at the hairpin. But currently, it is a moment. 1-2 here in the opening race in Moto3 Junior World Championship. It's been taken swiftly away by Pugliese, and RAMADHIPA now moves into a podium position.
A great move from RAMADHIPA as he takes P3, but can he hold that? He's got Pugliese just ahead. It's an important run through the final two corners. It looks like he will definitely be close enough to get the slipstream on the run to the straight, as Zani also has a bit of a gap. He just might, be able to defend if he gets a good exit out of turn 14.
Yeah, he might be able to defend it, but it's easier said than done as we approach the start-finish straight. There we are. A message for Cano, just 0 point. As RAMADHIPA moves into P2, Pugliese is still leading in P1, and there goes Carlos Cano into P4, ahead of Plank.
2 laps to go, and there are 5 riders across the line, separated by half a second.
I think we're in for another very, very close finish here in Catalonia, and there goes Pugliese.
Another wide line for the number 31. Does it leave him vulnerable into turn 4? No, he's able to hold position. Zani now running in P3 ahead of Carlos Cano.
Absolutely incredible racing from this leading group of 5. As we go into turn 5, everyone just taking that with a little bit of calm. RAMADHIPA looking back there just to see where everyone else is. And maybe he shouldn't have done, because Leonardo Zanni has moved up on the inside and into P2.
Turn 7 is a move we've seen a couple of riders make, but it's not, as we said earlier, not the most usual overtaking opportunity. But Zanni taking full advantage there, being that close to RAMADHIPA to move into P2. And now he'll have the run on Pugliese into turn 10.
Let's see if he's able to make his move here going into turn 10. We've seen these moves made before, and it's RAMADHIPA who does it on the inside. Absolutely incredible stuff from RAMADHIPA. He's not able to make it stick, or is he? I spoke too soon. It is RAMADHIPA as we go through sector 4, who's still leading. What a move there from Chiandra RAMADHIPA, who leads from Pugliese and Zanni.
A great move from RAMADHIPA, as you say, taking the inside line. He was able to hold it through the second part of the long left-hander to keep the lead. He's slightly wider on entry through turn 14, but that looks to have given him a bit of a gap on the run into turn 1.
Yeah, but this is the very last time that we're going to be seeing these races trying to take advantage of the slipstream as we go down South Finish Straight and approach turns 1 and 2, where we've seen so many moves. Pugliese taking the line, we've seen him take so many times before. Zanni on the inside, is he close enough? He's close enough to move into P2 at turn 1. RAMADHIPA now relegated into P3. Carlos Cano in P4, and at the back of the group,
he'll get on the run into turn 10 and on the run to light. He could be in a good position to make some late progress.
Yeah, absolutely. He's absolutely managed to swelled himself to the back of this leading group, slowly but surely. It is still Pugliese from Zanni for the time being, but that could change at any point. We've not seen another move there at turn 5. Where is the move gonna come? It's Pugliese who's leading as we go into sector 3 here in Barcelona. Carlos Cano into P3 there.
Pugliese was defensive into turn 5, but it didn't cost him on the run through turn 6 and into turn 7. But Zanni is all over the back of him, heading on the exit of turn 9 and on the run into turn 10.
Yeah, this running is going to be so important. We've seen so many moves here over the course of this race going down into turn 10. Zanni on the inside. Blank as well, but just not quite close enough. But Zanni does manage to take the lead, seizes it from Giulio Pugliese. Is he going to be able to hold it throughout this sector 4, and especially on these right-handers? We're going through turn 13 now. We've got just one turn to go. Leonardo Zanni takes the lead for the time being, but that could change. Pugliese not quite close enough. It is Zanni who is leading as we approach the finish line. Zanni is currently ahead, but that could change. That was so close. It is Leon, a finish here to get this season underway in the FIM Moto3 Junior World Championship. Well, the Aspar team are happy, but the Moto team will be even more so. Leonardo Zanni with the win, and in such impeccable style.
An incredible race from Zanni. Dropped a little bit back at the start.